Hey, today we're in the town of Joplin, Missouri, Route 66. There's a bunch of ways to get around Joplin, and I'm going to take you on the 1926 alignment. So on Madison, headed out of Webb City, this street is called Zora. Make sure you hang a ride at Zora. We'll take the old 1926 route. So thanks for watching my video. Hope you enjoy our tour of Joplin, Missouri. Here we are, we're headed into the town of Joplin, Missouri on the original 1926 Route 66. This street here is called Zora. And we're headed out to another street called Florida. And that's where you hang a left, and it sort of zigzags all throughout this area until you get to the heart of Joplin. So here we hang a left at Florida Avenue. Down this way. Now up here, another big sign. This is Utica Street. Look at that old relic there. It looks like a barn or something. You head up Utica. There's zigzags all around this whole neighborhood here. We're gonna make a left here at Euclid Street. There's tons of sights to see along the way as it zigzags to town. So we made our left here at Euclid. It's called Dale's Old 66 Barbershop. Dates back to 1928. It's located on what's called the suburban route through Joplin. In 1938 is known as the Shamrock gasoline station here. Also had a little restaurant. And the station closed in 1959. The pumps removed. And the new owner, a guy named Dale, he converted it into a barber shop, and he retired in 2004. This is on our Joplin historic landmark site, Dale's Old 66 Barbershop. We continue down Euclid Street here. Now we're headed on Euclid. Up on the right is the new byway. Up here, that's East St. Louis, but if you went straight, right here you would go right over Joplin Creek. And I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is Route 66 in 1926. We're headed over Joplin Creek, but now it's been rerouted up here to East St. Louis byway on top. It's private property though. But right there would have been the road across Joplin Creek. So now we're on East St. Louis Street. Here's the Joplin Bridge over the creek. Over here is a cemetery on our left, and up here Route 66 turns to the right on Broadway. This is Simple Simon's Pizza. We're back on Route 66 here. It's all these service stations, see that? Little bay garages, all converted into little homes or new businesses. Some beautiful homes here. On our left, look at this one. Holy smokes. There's a cool looking tractor there too. This here is an old service station.
At the light, turn left onto South Main Street. Then the destination is on your right.
Now here we are in almost downtown Joplin. There are cool buildings here. This one, W. Sanders Building of 1909. And this whole area is always referred to as the Sunshine Light District. It gets its name after the lamps the miners used on their helmets. Here we have the Joplin Public Library. And right there, that's our little Will Rogers Highway Monument. So we made it to Joplin, Missouri. Sorry that was a little tricky coming into town. A bunch of zigzagging. A lot of other stuff to see that we missed. That's okay. The best way to see the town is park right here. We have 2-hour parking. Right here at the Joplin Public Library. This is the former site of the Connor Hotel. So this is an old mining town with lead and zinc And to accommodate all the people coming down, the miners and the businessmen and the senators and everybody else, they built this great Renaissance hotel right here in 1906. But anyway, life went on and we had to tear it down in 1977 when the last business in the hotel closed. So in 1926, Main Street ran this way, and that's the official Route 66 in 1926. In 1935, Route 66 was dedicated to this man. He's our Will Rogers cowboy. The Will Rogers Highway, all the way from Chicago to Los Angeles. Today it's the Joplin Public Library. It's a great place to park. And all you need to do for Joplin is walk up and down the street about 4 or 5 blocks, and there's all sorts of cool things to see. Here we have a little monument of Joplin. Joplin at the edge of the Ozark Highland, the city that lead and zinc built. It's the first sparsely settled as a farming community in 1838. But later on, they discovered lead and zinc in the soil. It became a big mining town, like all the other little towns in this Missouri area, and out to Kansas too. We got lots of buildings here in Joplin, downtown. This one here is called the J.W. Jenkins Sons Music Company. It's a photography studio now. All these long, narrow buildings here. But probably the most interesting building is this one right here, called the Central Christian Center. There used to be a Fox Theater. It's listed in the National Register of Historic Places. It opened in 1930 as the Electric Theater, then later is bought by Fox Theaters Corporation. Really long, narrow. It's a Mission Revival, Spanish, Renaissance design. It sat 1,179 patrons. Then it closed in 1974. Now it's owned by the church. But the building is in terrific shape. Just take a look at that. Beautiful parapet facade design here. See all these parapets here? This one's rectangular, diagonal, this one here is flat. All these have this detail way up there on the roof. Just totally bitchin'. This one here has square windows. This guy here has these long, elongated windows. All this architecture is just phenomenal. We have little Route 66 little murals here and types of graffiti art. So here is End Gun Violence Together. Little peace sign there. We're at 5th Street and Main Street, which is Route 66. Right here. This is the historic district of Joplin. And the entire district here is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. All these buildings here are Route 66 buildings. You got flat roofs up here, red brick buildings, commercial buildings, all built for a variety of purposes. So this building here at 501 Main Street, this is the Chrisman's Department Store, built in 1917. It's the largest of our little buildings out here. 6-story brown brick structure on the block. Macy's purchased it in 1954. This building here at 507 Main, that's the Paramount building. It's built in 1912 with retail stores facing the street and offices up here on the 2nd floor. This one here is called The Nest at Little Bird Marketing. Here we have the Hackett Hot Wings Sports Room up here. Alright, little urban art gallery. More cool buildings. Alright, the sports room. Right here, it's a It's a bar, but today they're out of wings. How about that? That's their most popular treat, and it's Sunday for football and people don't have wings, so I'm not sure how they're going to take that. There's a whole story here about Hackett Hot Wings. Our story started at a little shop right there on 1301 Broadway Street. Famous for their wings. They don't have today. It's too bad. First Trust Home Loans, Salon 529. Scroll Building, CM DeGraff Empire. This guy here is the First National Bank of Joplin, right here in this building. Great architecture. Soft light brown brickwork, and this one here has got the red brickwork. So these buildings all lined up, you get a whole beautiful collage of different colors and styles and eaves and parapet shapes, little intricate designs. This here is called the Sophie Building right here. We've got another tall building here. Looks like it's almost as big as the Macy's building, but I think it's one floor less. This is the Sunshine Lamp trolley stop. Maybe that's our little sunshine lamp. The miner's helmet. There's gorgeous buildings. Here we have Club 609 Main Street. This is the Blue Moon Boutique. Here we got fireside and patio up there. What's behind me? It's called the M Bistro. Mediterranean cuisine. This kind of mustard colored building. This is Coulter McGuire, the shop. But this is great. Second stories up here. It's got a little outcropping here, windows. And this building here is called the Pearls Brothers Building. It's a hardware store at 619 Main Street. It's probably built in the early 1900s, along with our other buildings out here about that time, and it has some murals on the side we'll take a look at. Okay, we got Joplin 66. We got Route 66, Joplin, Missouri. Look at these cool murals up here. Get your kicks on Route 66. That's Texas up there. Welcome to Joplin, Missouri. Here we go. Full map. We have a half of a vet. Here we have a better look at our murals here. The one on top, that's called Cruisin' into Joplin. And the one here on the bottom, the shiny red car, that's called the American Robin. So up here, we're going to reach 7th Street. So Main Street, Route 66, and 7th Street kind of marks the intersection of our original 1926 alignment. It's called the alternate Route 66 alignment, and later the 1945 Route 66 alignment. They all kind of merge together and head west on the same path. So even if you go the wrong one, you kind of end up in the right place. But there's some cool stuff to the left, down here, and up to the right, this way. If you want to kind of explore more off of Route 66 little side shoot roads here in Joplin. Hey, as we walk back to the car, I'll show you the other vantage point across Main Street. Right here's the M&M Bistro, right here. But look at that, beautiful rooftop display way up there. Holy moly. Incredible. So they did a lot of work out here in Joplin, make these places look fantastic. It's called Joplin City Hall, this building. Okay, we're gonna go back to the car. We're gonna drive down to the Bonnie and Clyde hideout on 34th Street. Hey, our last stop in Joplin is right here. This is the Bonnie and Clyde 1933 garage apartment hideout. And after several robberies in the tri-state area, Bonnie and Clyde were on the run. And they hid in the apartment above this garage, right up there. Got Bonnie and Clyde. The neighbors got suspicious and called the cops. The cops showed up. There's a shootout, killing Detective Harry McGinnis and Constable Jay Harriman. That's too bad. Anyway, at one time this was a bed and breakfast. There's a huge tornado hit Joplin in 2011. So they made it into a little family residence instead. There's no trespassing. This is private property. People like to be left alone. But you can come up here and read the little historic site marker here about Bonnie and Clyde above the garage apartment in 1933. There you go. Anyway, Joplin's got a ton of stuff to look at. Down Main Street, side streets, off streets. Super clean. Terrific town. Anyway, there you go. That's Joplin for us. And our next step on Route 66, we're going to Galena, Kansas. So we're going to get out of Missouri. That's cool. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.